Good morning, students. Today we are in the second part of our chapter, that is the how do organisms reproduce. In this section we will throw light on the asexual reproduction. That means the first type of reproduction. Basically the organism reproduce by two means. The first one is asexual reproduction and the second one is sexual reproduction. The second one is sexual reproduction. Today we shall discuss about the different aspects of asexual reproduction. First we try to know about the basic features of asexual reproduction. If we will define asexual reproduction, then it may define as the process of reproduction in which there is no involvement of formation of gametes. There is no involvement of formation of gametes. Gametes means two dissimilar gametes or the two dissimilar germ cells, like the male germ cells and the female germ cells. There is no formation of gametes and there is no fusion of gamete. There is no fusion of gametes. That means the process occur differently in the different organism, as there is no any specific a definite way, as because in this sexual reproduction there is a formation and involvement of fusion of the two dissimilar gametes. That means there is some specific way. That means a male will produce male gamete, a female will produce female gamete. This male and female gamete will be united, will be fused, and thereafter fertilization. After fertilization there is a development of the zygote and embryo and so on. But here that is not similar to the sexual reproduction. That is why if we will define in a very different manner, we define the asexual reproduction, that the such type of process in which there is no involvement of formation of the gametes and there is no fusion of the gamete. That means it will take place differently. Now we will look how the different types of or different methods of the asexual reproduction. Just you have seen that all the living organism basically will follow the two different types of the either will follow two different types of the reproduction, either asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. Out of these two types of reproduction, today we will discuss about the different aspects of the asexual reproduction. Now come to know about the different methods and strategies taken by the living organisms for the asexual reproduction. Now look about the different types of asexual reproduction here with this chart. You may with the help of this chart aware with the different methods for asexual reproduction. But before that, some more important things essential to know. Number one, that asexual reproduction has some basic features. Number one, like involvement of a single parent. There is no involvement of the two parents, only the involvement of a single parent, or maybe in case of a unicellular organism like you have may see here amoeba and leishmania. They are the, if this amoeba has a single cell body, that means the involvement of a single parent or a cell. Number two, important features of the asexual reproduction is that the offspring produced by this method is genetically similar to that of the parent. The offspring produced by means of asexual reproduction is genetically similar to that of the parents. Number 2. Number 3, the process of cell division in this asexual reproduction type of or methods of the will follow on by the process of cell division followed in case of the asexual reproduction is amitosis और माइटोसिस. तो 3 बातें मैंने आपको बताया अभी तक. नंबर 1, एक सिंगल पेरेंट या किसी एक सिंगल सेल का इन्वॉल्वमेंट होगा इस तरह के प्रोसेस में, इस तरह के एसेक्सुअल के मेथड में. नंबर 2, जेनेटिकली जो है ऑफस्प्रिंग संतान जो है इसका सिमिलर रहेगा, अपने पेरेंट से एकदम मिलता जुलता रहेगा. और तीसरा नंबर मैंने कहा कि सेल डिवीज़न जो फॉलो होगा ड्यूरिंग द रिप्लिकेशन ऑफ द डीएनए, द मैकेनिज्म जो आपने इससे पहले वाले क्लास में देखा था, तो उसमें जो है माइटोसिस या एमाइटोसिस का प्रोसेस दिखाई देगा या उसी प्रोसेस को फॉलो करेगा सेल डिवीज़न. और नेक्स्ट जो पॉइंट है, गैमेट फॉर्मेशन नहीं होगा, फ्यूज़न नहीं होगा और फर्टिलाइजेशन नहीं होगा ये. और लास्ट अल्टीमेटली द लास्ट पॉइंट इन रिगार्ड टू द बेसिक फीचर्स ऑफ द asexual reproduction is that it is a rapid process of the reproduction. So now look here, what are the different methods of the asexual reproduction. Here the first one is the fission, that means the simple division of the nucleus. Fission, the fission may be of the 2 types, binary fission and multiple fission. Here the examples amoeba, leishmania, Kala-Azar responsible for Kala-Azar disease, and this is the Plasmodium malarial parasites. It will show the multiple fission. In case of the binary fission, during the process of binary fission, the 2 nucleus daughter nuclei formed. That daughter nuclei when separate and after cytokinesis, after the division of the cytoplasm, they will act as a new individual. So here the process is simple, and simply there is a fission, that means the division of nucleus involved. But in case of the multiple fission, there is a large number of daughter nuclei formed due to the unfavorable circumstances, unfavorable condition. What is that unfavorable circumstances? That circumstances are not sources of the food or the water if not available, then that large number of daughter nuclei surrounds by the 3-layered, you may see when we will discuss it one by one, and surrounds by a cyst layer, and when the condition return back favorable, then that the daughter nuclei along with the cytoplasm comes out and act as a single individual. So you will see here in this case of the multiple fission. That is why it is known as the multiple fission. That is a large number of division. And the budding, the second important process here, method is the budding. Here the examples hydra and yeast. It is also the asexual process where the bud form, and that bud will detach from the parent body and act as a new individual. The fragmentation, that is due to the accident or any reason, if there is a breaking down of the part of the body, that part may develop into a new individual. That may you see in the case of Spirogyra and algae and the sea anemones. Here the regeneration very much similar to that of the fragmentation, but in case of the fragmentation, the process of fragmentation occur within the lower category of the multicellular organisms, whereas in this there is a somewhat developed multicellular organism where the regeneration will be followed. In case of regeneration, also there is a breaking down of the body part into pieces, but that pieces may not sure that will act as a new individual, will form into a new individual, may form or may not form. We will look at when we will study about its description. The hydra and the planaria are the examples here, and in case of this, that is the regeneration. After regeneration, it is the natural methods and artificial methods, that is the vegetative, it is known as vegetative reproduction. It is also a type of asexual reproduction. It is known as the vegetative reproduction or vegetative multiplication or vegetative propagation. This process is of two types. Number one, natural methods, and number two, artificial methods. In natural methods, like from root, from stem, from leaf. First, try to understand the vegetative. Vegetative means, the vegetative part means the roots, stems and leaves. These are the vegetative parts of a plant body. So from this vegetative part of the plant body, if there will be production of new individual, that means with the help of any vegetative part like the root or the stem or the leaf, if there is a development of a new individual, then it is known as the vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation or the vegetative multiplication. It is of two types, natural methods and artificial methods. Natural methods may be from the root, it is also the vegetative part, like the example here, sweet potato. From the stem, it is also the vegetative part, stem, and there is a potato tuber here in the example. Here is the example, sweet potato. And from the leaf, bryophyllum. And this is the artificial method. It is of the following types. Number one, cutting. By cutting of any vegetative part, again, like may you cut the root part, may you cut the stem part, may even you cut the leaf part, and from that part, if there is a development of a new individual, that is the cutting. Here is the example. Common examples are given here. Sugarcane, rose, grafting. It is another process. It is some different type of process where genetically desired variety, if required, that will be raised with the help of the grafting, artificial methods of vegetative reproduction. In this method, there are two different plants that will be attached together. The first part is known as scion and the second part is known as stalk. We will discuss this one. The example is here mango, and it is the layering, the third methods of the artificial. In case here is the example, jasmine and guava, and the tissue culture, which we see that any growing pieces are the shoot tips. From the shoot tips from the body, from the plant body, if the growing parts like the shoot tips, like the buds, will be taken and that will be cultured in an aseptic medium where there is no presence of the microorganism, free from the microorganism, aseptic medium, and that will be cultured artificially, and after there is a formation of callus, the first formation of the cell from that part, and that callus is again transferred to the another culture medium where there will be availability of the growth regulators like the phytohormones, and there is a growth and development takes place, and plantlets formed, and that plantlet again transferred to the soil for further growth and development. We will see one by one, each one with the help of the diagram and examples. Here the first one, that is the physics. With the help of a few diagrams, you try to understand the method or the process, how does it occur. See here, in case of the amoeba, if you will look at the first, the three division, then it looks like this one, the amega. Here is the nucleus, but this nucleus is going to split. In this way, there is a constriction in the middle part of the nucleus, and this constriction led to the fission of the nucleus, and there will be formation of the two daughter nuclei. With these two daughter nuclei, after taking the cytoplasm, they will act as a new individual. So this is the example. Here it is the nucleus, and it is the new individual. Here also, in case of the multiple fission, there are multinucleated. This body you may see here. This is the multinucleated body. It is a single cell, but after division and redivision due to the unfavorable conditions, there will be no separation of the nucleus from their parent body till the favorable condition return back. जब तक के favorable condition return नहीं हो जाता है, उस समय तक ये अपने पेरेंट बॉडी के सेल में ही बार बार के डिवाइड होने के बाद ये इस तरह से मल्टीन्यूक्लिएटेड बॉडी का फॉर्मेशन आप देख रहे हैं। ये जो मल्टीन्यूक्लिएटेड बॉडी का फॉर्मेशन है, इसे प्रोटेक्शन के लिए तीन लेयर का यहाँ पे प्रोटेक्टिंग लेयर देख रहे हैं आप, तीन, इसको सिस्ट कहा जाता है, इसी को सिस्ट कहा जाता है, सिस्ट कहा जाता है। अब इस सिस्ट के अंदर, विद इन दिस सिस्ट यू मे सी ईच एंड एवरी न्यूक्लियस after division, that is may known as here the budding. The second method of the asexual reproduction. Actually, there is a large number of methods, and I hope that today we may touch all those methods. We have no time at all. Actually, in this particular video, we must finish this topic, that is the asexual reproduction. Let us now see here. Here is the Hydra example. It is an outgrowth. It is bulging from the parent body. There is a bulging like structure. It will develop into the bud, and when it detach from the parent body, it acts as a new individual. And here, in case of the yeast, it is unicellular, and the body unicellular structure. That's why if it will develop a bud, that means after the division of nucleus, it will develop a bud, and this bud may detach from the parent body and act as a new individual. So this is the example and the diagram for the budding. Now let us see about the fragmentation and regeneration. Now here too another processes or methods of asexual reproduction. The third one is here fragmentation, and the fourth one is here regeneration. Fragmentation is also the process which is similar to the regeneration, as because in both the cases there will be breaking down of the body into pieces or into fragments or into different or into parts, and from that part there will be development, there will be reproduction of a new individual. Let us look here what are some special features and their differences. Fragmentation is the process of breaking up the body of an organism into two or more fragments, and each of which growing into a new individual. And this type of process shown by the simple body organization of multicellular. Simple body organization. Simple body organization of multicellular, like you have here for you example Spirogyra. It is the algae, it is also known as the filamentous algae. In this algae, the structure of this algae, if you will look the diagram of this algae, then may you see that filamentous, this type of, there is a and such type of a rough diagram here. From each fragmented part, suppose it has fragmented from the parent body. If it has fragmented from the parent body, it will develop into a new individual. If this one fragmented, or this one, or this one may develop into the new individual. Here the regeneration, the ability of fully differentiated organisms to give rise, it is somewhat different in this sense that it may occur in that type of multicellular organisms which having the complex body design, not simple, and that is the ability of fully differentiated organisms to give rise to individual organisms from their body parts is known as regeneration. It is a fully differentiated organism. Why? As because it has this part, it is, may you call it head part, and this part, that is the middle, it is the middle piece or middle part, and this is the posterior region. Now from each this part there will be chances for the regeneration of a new individual. If it will pieces, it will broken from the head part. If the head part will be broken, from the head part there will be formation of a new individual. If the middle piece will be broken, from this middle piece there will be formation of new individual. Even when there will be from this posterior part, if this will be broken, from this posterior part also there will be formation of a new individual. There is some special thing that is here, that's why I have written here for your knowledge, like regeneration is carried out by specialized cells which make a mass of cells after proliferation. What is this proliferation? I again here written for you, the growth or production of cells by multiplication of parts. This mass of cells get differentiated into various types of tissues and in an organized sequence. So this is the way for the regeneration. Now look about the another method, that is the spore formation. Now spore formation, this method of asexual reproduction is most common in cases of bacteria and fungi. Also it will be seen in case of the algae also. Here there is some what we have seen or what we have studied so far in that type of or that method of asexual reproduction. We have not a demarcation line between the somatic part of the body or the germinal part of the body. Actually all the part may able to perform the asexual reproduction by any part, but here somewhat different. आप यहाँ पे कुछ आपको अंतर मिलेगा, जैसा कि हम लोग सोचते हैं या समझते हैं कि कोई एक रिप्रोडक्टिव स्ट्रक्चर हो, इस तरह का कोई रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन हो या कोई स्पेशल बॉडी के अंदर एक ऐसा पार्ट हो, दैट पार्ट विल एक्ट एज ए रिप्रोड्यूसिंग पार्ट. But in cases of all the different methods, so far we have finished 4 different methods, we haven't seen such type of structure. लेकिन यहाँ आपको कुछ ऐसा दिखाई देगा. ये स्ट्रक्चर, दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज द राइजोपस, दैट इज ए फंगी. इस स्ट्रक्चर में देखिए, फंगी आपने 9th क्लास में पढ़ा होगा, द बॉडी इज नॉट differentiated into root, stems and leaves. That's why their body, that means this type of structure which are showing here, this is known as hyphae. You will know hyphae. This is hyphae, and a network of the hyphae may known as the mycelium. और उसी का एक नेटवर्क अगर हो जाता है हाइफे का तो वो माइसीलियम कहलाता है. तो ये वर्टिकली आप जो देख रहे हैं कि इस तरह से कई हाइफे जो है एरेक्टेड जो है यहाँ पे, उस एरेक्टेड हाइफे में एक खास बात यहाँ पर देखा गया है, दैट इज़ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ स्पोरेंजिया. दैट स्पोरेंजिया विच बियरिंग द स्पोर्स, a large number of spores present within this sporangia. Each sporangium possesses a large number of spores, and it is the most common type of asexual reproduction in majority of fungi and bacteria, where by the formation of spores a new individual will form. This is the asexual type of reproduction. Now let us look here the structure again. Here is the hyphae, but this hyphae as bearing a special structure, that is the sporangia, surrounded by membranous structure, and within this structure there are presence of a large number of spores, and when this sporangia detach from the parent body, the spores will come out and act, each and every spores which a single cellular body act as a new individual. As this hyphae, on this hyphae there is a formation of this special structure, sporangia. That is why this hyphae is known as sporangiophores. If there will be no formation of sporangia in such type of hyphae, there is no name will be given sporangiophore. And the name here for the hyphae will be given sporangiophore as because due to the development of this special structure in which there is a formation of the spores, and when there is a liberation of spores from this structure, there will be a new individual formed from each. The spore is the, and many scientists, many workers, many botanists has told, but that is not perfect, that spore is the asexual unit, just like that the gamete is the sexual unit. But it is not true in all cases, but in the lowermost category of the organisms like the algae, fungi, bacteria and bryophyta also. In fungi, may you see that their classification is based on the different shape, size and color of the spores. That means it has the spores are maybe different form. Maybe this different form in size, shape, color and their structure. That is why we may divide spores into the 2 important category. The number 1 is the zoospores which bears flagella, which bears flagella and motile, जिसमें flagella रहता है और ये मूव कर सकता है, चल फिर सकता है, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जा सकता है, मोटाइल. एंड नंबर 2 द एप्लानोस्पोर्स, एप्लानोस्पोर्स which are non-motile and can't able to move, motile and can't able to move. So this is the story about the spore formation. Now come to know about the tissue culture. Type of number 6 method of asexual reproduction, vegetative reproduction. In the chart which earlier in the beginning of this lesson I have given you, I think one spore formation I have missed. May you include in that chart. That is also a method for the asexual reproduction, very important method. I have missed to include that one in the chart. May kindly you include in that chart the spore formation method. Now let us see here the vegetative. As you well know that the vegetative means the root, stem and leaf part. From this part also there will be formation or there will be development of the new individual. Formation of new individual from any vegetative part of the plant body like root, stem and leaf is called vegetative reproduction. It is also very unique feature of the flowering plants, even flowering plants which bears the flowers, the reproductive part, they can reproduce sexually and they can be producing seeds also, but when they have lost the ability to produce seeds and if we want to multiply those type of flowering plants on a large scale, then at that time we may go through this method. Even in that plants there are already presence of well defined sexual parts, but they may also reproduce asexually. उनमें पूरा माने सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन के सारे सिस्टम रहने के बावजूद भी उन्हें हम एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन देखते हैं, क्योंकि उनमें जो है सीट के नहीं होता है, प्रोडक्शन की एबिलिटी लॉस हो जाता है, और उसके अलावा अगर उसके हम लार्ज स्केल पे प्रोडक्शन कराना चाहें उस तरह के पौधों को। बहरहाल तो यहाँ देखिए इसके दो टाइप हैं यहाँ पे, एक नेचुरल वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन, एक आर्टिफिशियल वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन। नेचुरल वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन दिज आर मेथड्स ऑफ मल्टीप्लिकेशन। यहाँ आप देख रहे हैं कि इसको रिप्रोडक्शन, वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन को मल्टीप्लिकेशन यानी कि वेजिटेटिव मल्टीप्लिकेशन भी इट इज़ ऑल्सो इन में used that multiplication instead of reproduction, और प्रोपेगेशन भी इसे यूज़ किया जाता है, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही लार्ज स्केल पर रैपिड होता है, इसलिए इसको रिप्रोडक्शन के स्थान पे मल्टीप्लिकेशन और प्रोपेगेशन का टर्मिनोलॉजी भी यूज़ करते हैं। तो दिस इज द नेचुरल वेजिटेटिव propagation or reproduction, and second one is the artificial vegetative reproduction or the propagation. Here what is this natural vegetative? These are methods of multiplication with the help of vegetative parts, roots, stems and leaves, which occur naturally in plants. Common natural vegetative methods are here. There are three methods. We may brief here three methods. Number one, by root part, like in sweet potato, dahlia and asparagus. In this type of plant there is a formation of adventitious buds within the root part. Within the root part of the plant there is a formation of the adventitious bud develop, and from that adventitious buds there is a development of a new individual. Similarly here the underground stems. There are some plants which in which the different vegetative parts may modified. The root also modify, the stem also modify, the leaf also modify for performing a specific function. Here the stem modified, underground stems like ginger, potato, onion, turmeric, etc. These are the modified stems. And like the rhizomes, we may call it stem, ginger and turmeric, the rhizomes of the ginger, the rhizomes of the turmeric. Similarly, we may call the potato tuber of the potato, and we may call the bulb of the onion. These are the stem part, which are the modified part. They can modify this part to store for the storage purpose and for the purpose of reproduction. Specific purposes for modification in the plant, and due to that purposes there are modification, like in case of the ginger, potato, onion, turmeric. These are the underground stems, rhizomes of ginger and the turmeric. In this rhizome of ginger and turmeric, from this part, it is also the source of the vegetative reproduction. Similarly, the tuber of the potato is also the source of the vegetative reproduction. Similarly, bulb of the onion is also the source of the vegetative reproduction. In case of the tuber of potato, may you have seen just a simple structure may you see here. There are eyes. These eyes are the birds, eyes of the potato. These are the birds. There are development of the birds, and from these birds there are development of new plants. From these birds there is a development of new plants below. So this is the in case of the tuber of the potato. Now come to know about something about the leaf, by leaf. How does from the leaf? You have an example here by leaf. There is one example in your book, Bryophyllum. In the margins of the leaves, there are margins. There are margins and the notches of the leaves. There are presence of the buds, and from that buds there is a development of new plant, new individual takes place. So this is the example, and not only the margins of the, but on the surface of the leaf also. In case of the begonia plant, begonia plant, on the surface, here is the on the margins, and in case of the begonia, on the surfaces of the leaf also there are presence of the buds, and from that there is a development of new individual takes place from the surface. This is the begonia is the second example of the by the method of leaf. So here are three different way for the natural vegetative reproduction, that is the by root, by stem, by leaf, which you have seen here. And now come to know about the artificial method of vegetative reproduction. Artificial vegetative propagation. After natural, we have also three different methods for artificial, which are included in our syllabus. The first one is cutting, very common method. The cutting means the cutting of any vegetative part, maybe the leaf cut, maybe the stem will cut, maybe the root will cut. It is a type of artificial propagation in which a vegetative part of a plant called cutting is taken and is rooted in the moist soil. After some time, the cutting develops roots and grows into a new plant. This new plant is exactly similar to the parent plant. The examples are here: rose, sugarcane, grapes. The second one is the layering. It is a type of artificial vegetative reproduction. ये तो बहुत ही कॉमन है, इसे आप लोग तो घर पे भी गार्डन में हम लोगों का यूज़ होता है. इट इज़ ए टाइप. इसमें क्या है कि ये जो पौधा है, पौधे का जो एक ब्रांच है, जो शूट वाला पार्ट है, उसको नीचे मिट्टी में दबा दिया जाता है. विच ए ब्रांच ऑफ द पेरेंट पार्ट इज buried in the soil. The portion of the branch which is in contact with the soil, अब जिस पार्ट को हमने मिट्टी के अंदर दबाया है, प्रोड्यूसेस, अब वहाँ से रूट का डेवलपमेंट शुरू हो जाएगा, एंड दिस रूटेड ब्रांच इज कॉल्ड लेयर. अब उसको फिर हम लेयर इज देन डिटैच्ड फ्रॉम द पेरेंट प्लांट विच एक्ट्स एज ए न्यू प्लांट. फिर उसको हम एक नए प्लांट के रूप में देख सकते हैं. एग्जाम्पल यहाँ जैस्मिन और गुआवा. Here the third important part of the artificial, that is the grafting. After cutting and layering, the third one is the grafting. The process of joining together parts of two different plants. There are two different parts. One plant part is the rooted part, where we will attach the cut part. This part, which are the rooted parts, is known as a stalk, and which will be attached to this rooted part, it is known as scion. So there are two different parts that they leave such a manner that they leave one plant is called grafting. Cutting of a plant, scion, it is the cutting part, is attached to another rooted plant called a stalk. By this method, we may raise the desired genotypes of mango, citrus, apple, pear, guava, etc. So this is the grafting. Here is the last part of our today's lesson, that is the tissue culture. Multiplication of plants by tissue culture. In the earlier discussion, I have already given you an idea. Here, with the help of diagram, may you try to understand the different steps of the tissue culture. What will happen in the tissue culture? In the first step, we should may take in the growing part from the main part of the plant body. Like when you are taking the examples of dahlia, then just like in that case, we should take a growing piece or growing part. Suppose it will be a shoot apex. It will be a shoot apex. It will be cultured into a nutrient medium here. That is a aseptic medium free from microorganism. Understand? There will be no possibility, there will be no chances for any kind of disease of this plant after development. Now, within this medium, this shoot apex, it is also known as another term which may you use for this expellant, that will be taken from for the tissue culture. The part or the growing parts of the plant which are taken for the tissue culture is known as explant, or here is the example for that shoot apex, or bud, or maybe any other growing parts. It will be cultured in the aseptic medium, nutrient medium. There is an undifferentiated mass of cell formed. In that medium, there is undifferentiated mass of cells formed, that is known as callus. That is known as callus. It is the undifferentiated. There is no differentiation. There is an undifferentiated mass of cells formed. This undifferentiated mass of cell, which is known as callus, again transferred to another medium, where the same medium, but here there is some hormones will be added, and that will control the growth of the plant, and in this way there is a development of the plantlets. And these plantlets, after the development of this plantlet, it will be transferred to the soil or to the pot where you want to grow it. This is this is also known as micropropagation. This is the tissue culture method. For today's lesson, it is the last one. In the next class, we will learn about the sexual reproduction.